Hello, hello, hello. Here I am. There I am. There I am. Apologies, everybody. Seems like my camera went out and my mic went. There we go. What a start. What a start. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to some You Got Served here in E5. Now, let me really make sure everything's working here. Hello, me. All right, we're back. We're back. Hey, Jack, what's up? What's up? Cameron's gone. Where did Ham go? Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know what happened there. Whoops. Oh my God. Oh, and hey, MN Runner, thank you for the Prime sub while we're up on the start screen there. Very, very cool of you. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Welcome in. I truly, truly appreciate that. Hello, hello. And Jack, how are you, my friend? How you doing? We got Twitch Jack in the midst, as opposed to YouTube Jack. How you doing, my friend? All right, we are back. We are back. I couldn't do the morning session today because I was traveling back home after the Eid holiday. So now we only got this one session today. So we got to make the most of it here. Oh no, I haven't been so good, unfortunately. Oh no, lost my family dog of nearly 14 years yesterday, but hanging in there. I'm really sorry, man. I am really sorry. I know how that can feel, especially a dog that you had for that long. Truly, my condolences to you. Hopefully we can take your mind off of it with some conquest and and economy. But oh man, I'm sorry, my friend. I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. The holidays are now over, Memorial Day and Eid, and we are back. I'm back home here, so it's nice to be home. But yeah, we are back. Okay, so where are we here? What are we even doing with our lives? So we are hunting the achievement Stefan's Dream. We eventually have to take here. Yes, but I think the Byzantines are in the midst of war. Yep. With the Ottomans. So it very likely might end in them getting this. Yes, hopefully take back those lands you lost in a slight error. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to tackle that today, and I think there's a certain order we have to do things. We have these lands right here we need to take. These lands are owned by Naples. This land I mistakenly gave to Sicily, but I'm thinking we go for these lands first, because then we keep our alliance with Sicily, and they'll help us. We take these lands, and maybe some down here too, and then... because both of my allies, Sicily and Bulgaria, have land here. This land in Bulgaria is very lucrative. We need to get that back. But maybe what we do is we go after Naples, take this land. Then we betray Sicily and go after this and use our alliance with Bulgaria. When we're done with that, then we go take these lands and betray Bulgaria and utilize the alliance we have with Wallachia. So we're going to try that out. Hey, Hammy in the cuts, aka Legion. Hello, hello. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. How's it going? How are you doing, my friend? Now, we also, yeah, that's right. We need to turn this into a town. Oh, actually, real quick for everybody that's there. How is the music level here? I've realized the music never comes across on stream. So I've turned the volume on it up slightly so that it can at least be heard slightly. So let me know if it's too loud. This land over here was our one port. Because it turns out Serbia doesn't start with a town on the border, and so we can't build anything that will give us sailors. So... we also need to turn this into a town. We need 417 ducats. Which is also a lot of money to do. But we're saving up for that. Where are we in terms of institutions? So we have professional army, we have... Oh, we have all of them. Wait, so what are we researching at the moment? Let's see here. Oh, hello, hello. ISS Malakari. Hello, hello. Hi, Hamcut13. How do you feel about the state of EU5 now? I feel like it needs to get 2 other DLCs for me to get back to it. Ooh. I mean, generally, the state of EU5, I really enjoy it. I think it's fun. I know it's taken some flack for bugs because of the last DLC, and they've had a couple hot fixes they've released for it. There's another big update coming out. They're going to go to 1.3. But overall, I mean, I think it's still very strong. It's still a very good game. Despite all the bugs that people have claimed about Fate of the Phoenix, playing as the Byzantine Empire is a lot of fun. And then going anywhere else in the game, too. I think the game is a lot of fun. I think the state of the game is good. The economic aspect of it is rough. It's not a game that you're going to be immediately rolling in ducats. So I think that's the biggest difficulty of the game. But I still like it. How do you feel about it? Hey, Mauricio, what's up? What's up? How are you? Good luck with this game. Yes, yes. I think today we're going to be doing some war, so we need some luck tonight. Oh, I just realized it's 1401. Oh. Okay, no. I was thinking of this. But the, the Fate of the Phoenix event is done. That's what it was. There's something about 1400 or 1401. So I believe the Fate of the Phoenix event is now done. Rise of the Turks. The Ottomans have less than 100. They have 134. So we could end the Rise of the Turks if we took some land from them. Okay. The game just has a very slow build-up. Yes, exactly. I think that's the thing, is that it's really a game we got to sit down and dedicate some time to. Doing well. Columbia Redo is going even better than the previous one, about 30 years in. Rocking over 2.0 GDP per capita. Nice, nice. And passing Parliamentary Republic without having to go through theocracy. Nice. And 5x5 on the music. Not loud enough to distract. But better than previous sessions. Nice. I never noticed. It was kind of quiet now that I think of it. Yeah, I never noticed it either whenever I would do my sound check. Finally, today I did my sound check. I'm like, wait a second. I can't hear any of the music. Oh man, we got a Honey Ham Cuts now. Who is Honey Ham Cuts? Wait, is that... I'm going to go with Mauricio. It's the same color on my program here as when he chatted before, so... I'm gonna guess Honey Ham Cuts is Mauricio. Alright. So we're saving up money. Can we go to war with Naples? No, we need to get a Casus Belli on them. Because... Oh, we got one. Attack threatening rival. We did get one. Okay. So if we went for that, and we called in Sicily... And we called in Bulgaria, and we called in... Wallachia doesn't... Okay, so we could try improving opinion with Wallachia a little bit. Because they got a lot. Yeah, we are not... strong enough. Because Naples is super strong. Alright. So let's improve relations with these guys. We'll let that go for a little bit. Oh yeah, and then what are we researching? Because I really need to get to... Wait, do we have the armory now? Because we need to start building up more of an army here. Oh, we have it. So what the hell are we doing with our lives here? Oh, okay. We're built. I really need to start leaving notes for myself from the previous week as to what the hell I was doing. There we go. So we're building up some armories. We'll build up some units. And then maybe, hopefully, in this stream, we'll go to war with Naples and get everything we need there. All right. It's time to unpause. Here we go. Hey, MN Runner. I'm 60 hours. Thank you for the Prime sub. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. I'm 60 hours deep in EU5. Only 940 more to be out of the tutorial. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The quintessential paradox tutorial. The first 1,000 hours. I don't even think... what am I at? He was Admiral of our Navy. I'm actually very curious. Let me see what I'm at. Oof. I'm only at 444. I'm not out of the tutorial yet. All right, we need another person here. Can we get anybody from the crown? Nope. God, we need more crown people. Where's all my, like, brothers and sisters? What did we... Oh, I had all sisters, so they've all been married off elsewhere. Oops. I just want to look at my guy. All right. So, do we have a good... Oh, combat bonus. Aggressive commander. Elpidios Notaris. Let's do it. We need Into the Hamverse merch. I know, right? when I can finally get the Hamverse straight in my mind, then we'll release some Hamverse merch. Oh, we can do a canonite. Oh, okay. Hold on. We were waiting to get this Orthodox Synod. What is it that we get from this again? Let's do it, because there was something about it that we liked. The clerical matters of our realm demand tentative care and attention if we are to preserve our Orthodox traditions, to deliberate on the issues at hand and determine a common goal across our spiritual domain. A most holy Orthodox Synod will be called immediately. Oh, here we go. Synod on state affairs. So we can get either 10 legitimacy, stability, or prestige. Or we can get clergy equilibrium and that. Plus 3% tax efficiency for 10 years and maximum tax on the clergy. That would be wonderful for right now. Okay, we might do that. Local administration. Monthly control, monthly prosperity. That's very nice. Conversion speed, influence, nah. Either release, no. Okay. Cabinet proceedings. Set cabinet member costs. Nah, we don't have that. 10 research progress. Monthly progress to centralization, 0.2 for 10 years. That's pretty good, too. We got 3 diplomats, trust equilibrium, all that stuff. I don't know. The clerical matters. Yeah, here we go. Maximum tax on the clergy. So we can tax them more. But 3% tax efficiency. So basically, this is how efficient our country is collecting tax. It affects the amount of taxes that reach the treasury when taxing the estates. I think we're going to do that. We're going to do clerical matters. According to the proceedings laid out by our forefathers and the highest ecclesiastical authority of orthodoxy, we have called in session a synod in order to investigate and to improve our legislation. Various prominent members of the clergy are in attendance, eager to hear the conclusion of the ceremonies. This synod shall focus on clerical matters. We must look to extract a fair tax for our priesthood, from our priesthood. Yeah. All right. So we got one whole ducat out of it. We got one whole ducat still, but we can also, yeah. Oh no, wrong people. Oh, you know, we can tax the hell out of them if we wanted to. I don't know why I was thinking, oh great, we can tax them more. Either way, that tax efficiency is very nice. So we're gonna, I'm happy we did that. But for the moment, we're gonna continue. Wait, what is this telling me? Following characters are appointed to the cabinet from non-crown estates. Oh, yeah, I know. We don't have anything else we can do. All right, so off to a start. It's a start. I won't say which way. So we're going to hold on to our money. We're going to continue to improve relations with Wallachia. We'll keep a tab on what's going on over here, but I have a feeling we're about to say bye-bye to the Byzantine Empire. The thing is, I guess, I don't need to necessarily turn this into a town and get a harbor and a wharf there if I can take these guys back. Like, I can't believe I gave away 7 gold RGOs mistakenly. And then we had this. Because I wasn't reading. Now, we don't have any type of navy. We don't necessarily need it. Let's take a look at our values. Yeah, see, that other one that would have given us 0.2 towards centralization is nice, but it still wouldn't have gotten us towards centralization. Oh, this guy's okay. Traditionalist, spiritualist. This will help us when we when we go to war with the Ottomans. Let's see. Oh, we're moving towards plutocracy slowly, but we're moving that way. So we're moving toward free subjects. I'm always very split on serfdom and free subjects because serfdom really gives you a lot more peasant levies. And free subjects takes them away, though you do get that very nice pop promotion speed. And you do get combat efficiency, but I would like to not lose my levies. We're moving towards belligerent, fine. Moving towards quality, I don't mind that. We're moving towards defensive. Oh, I checked out Hail Columbia last night. Oh, nice. It looks really cool. I still want to get the DLC when I'm done with this run and try Japan for the narrative content. But Hail Columbia might be my first mod run. It is totally worth it. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool stuff it does in there. There's one, like, some little things they do too that's really cool. Like, when you're playing as the United States, after it's after 4 years, after 8 years, like, there has to be a different president for term limits. There's like little things like that that I think are kind of cool. But there's a ton of great narrative content it adds in. So yeah. You'll definitely have a lot of fun with that. We're moving towards land, which is great. That's what we want for this country. And we're moving towards capital economy. Very nice. And we're moving towards communalism, so that's good. We get this nice revoke privilege cost here. I guess the army morale would be nice, but... Power Bulgaria and Wallachia building up so much. I wonder if Bulgaria is building up so much because they're profiting from my gold mines. But yeah, Wallachia's been doing real good this run. I mean, you look at their army. I believe they have more than us. You know, the levy reinforcement in 1.2 is just brutal. It takes like 20 years, I think, for your levies to fully replenish. More of a reason to really get to professional armies. Do we have... I think we got one armory going now, right? Yes. So what are we up to here? We're getting +4. So when we get the other one built, we'll get a little bit more. What do we want to build first? I mean, that's a lot of construction. Yeah, it is, right? It's quite impressive here. I think they got a lot of money from my gold mines. Although Wallachia too. Yeah, I was surprised how comprehensive it is. Felt like it hit a lot of things I was curious about how the game handled the US during this time. Yeah. Do you suggest mixing it with Morgenrot and or Better Politics mod? I don't know how it would interact with Morgenrot because Morgenrot adds so much to the game. Morgenrot is one of those mods that, like, you need to do Morgenrot just as Morgenrot. Like, seriously, there's so much content they add in. It's so impressive how they really did just completely revamp the game. So, I think both of those mods, Morgenrot and Hail Columbia, deserve their own individual run. But mixing it with Better Politics mod, maybe. I've never really played with the Better Politics mod, but people love it. Oh, interesting. Morgenrot actually works perfectly with a lot of mods. Oh, nice. See, I would have thought it didn't because it changes so much in the game, but that's kind of cool to know. There you go. Bulgaria have asked us to improve our cultural view of them. Do we want to accept? Sure. For now. As it's a lot of brand new stuff instead of changing already existing stuff. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's not going to conflict with things because the stuff in the other mods that Morgenrot has doesn't exist. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I wasn't sure if the events between the two would clash. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything in Morgenrot that is like USA narrative stuff. So yeah, I guess they both would work. I just feel like the Morgenrot is just like so big and so massive. It's worth it to do on its own. All right, yeah, what are we going to build when we finally have the money and the manpower? So we have archers. I would like to get some horsemen that we can throw out on the flanks. Though getting some footmen, just having a strong unit to have in the front there, not so bad. 230 for the footmen, and it's going to take 10 manpower. The armored horsemen are going to take 8. Really, I would like to get 1 armored horseman on each flank and 1 men-at-arms, So that would be like 28 right there. Oh, here we go. Ah, and we can get men-at-arms army levies now. And we can build some. Very nice. Now, we got these Serbian hussars here. What do we get with this? Like, how do they compare to these guys? So, combat power 4. Combat speed 5. They take 1 frontage, 8 initiative. Ah, so they have much, much more initiative. Flanking ability 200%. Ah, they're a little bit better at flanking, so we might want to go for these guys. Morale damage. Morale damage taken. So, okay. We might want to do these guys. Though they do cost a lot more. And they take twice as much... Well, they take twice as much manpower, but that makes sense because you're getting twice as many soldiers. Now we can build one of them right now. Although we don't have the manpower. We need to make a lot of armories. Ah, yes, but this armory is not fully built up. Oh, God. Yeah, we need some pop promotion speed. Like, it adds a lot of new stuff in the new menus, but doesn't really change stuff already in the game that much. Morgan Road is really good. Yeah. Heavily endorsed Morgan Road. It's basically just vanilla plus. Yeah. without the subscription that the plus seems to symbol from now in everything now. Also, I noticed the mod Discord listed in the footnotes for Hail Columbia. I'm planning on checking that out when I can. I wouldn't mind lending my programming skills to the community. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, get into the mod scene. Yeah, see, I don't know much about modding. I've never really done one. I think I guess you could consider me at one point kind of a modder for Football Manager back in the day. I used to create a very in-depth USA database for Football Manager. Like it would take me like two or 3 months to really start playing the game, because every new Football Manager I would just start creating my USA database, adding all the lower divisions. So that's the extent of my modding, but there's like no coding with that. All right, can we build armories anywhere else? Wait, what is this? We can't build it here because of what? Hold on. Plans are currently being made for a minor reform of our army. New tactics, weapons, and commands are some of the areas being discussed to improve our combat efficiency. So we can go 2 towards quality. We can do 2 towards quantity. Yeah, see, I would like... to go towards offensive. We're going towards quality. We currently have Army Morale, Recovery Speed, Military Tactics, Army Initiative. So we could go further towards that. Yeah, let's go. Let's take that one. Steam should really add a way to easily be able to donate to modders. Oh yeah, I don't know why they haven't done that yet. Yeah, right, because yeah, you take some of those big mods like Morgan Road, Hail Columbia, the Australia and New Zealand flavor pack, just to name a couple. Like some of them really put a lot of time and effort into it. All right, let's pause for a second here because I want to see what's going on with that armory thing. That's awesome. And nonsense that there's no coding to do you know how much of programming is just data set management? Yeah, that's true. You make a great point. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. It makes me feel better because I used to be a coder. I started college as a computer science major, and all through high school and even a little bit of middle school I was into computer programming until theater took over. So makes me feel like I'm back in my roots a little bit there. Hey, DeWolfie, what's up? What's up? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. How's things? So far, so good. No disasters as of yet, but you know, knock on wood for that. I actually found a pretty good playlist of videos about how to mod Vicky 3. Oh, nice. I'm going to work through that once I get to messing with mods. Oh, nice. I might take a look at that. I mean, Better Politics mod has a whole team behind it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to add Better Politics mod to the list I was making there. That's crazy. I'm sure Morgan Road does too. Yeah. I feel like I read somewhere. So Morgan Road has like 2 main people, but it seems like there's a lot of people behind it. I saw this really funny post on Reddit where somebody, 1.13 was out. Somebody said like, it's too bad Morgan Road doesn't work in 1.13. And then somebody commented like, no, it does. And the person was like, no, it doesn't work. And then the person responded, no, it does. My qualifications, I'm one of the devs of Morgan Road. It works in 1.13. And the person just didn't get it. They were like, nah, I don't know. So for clarification, Morgan Road works perfectly well in 1.13. Okay. So what was the deal? We have Bulgarian as a primary culture or accepted culture. So why is that the reason why we can't? So there's more Bulgarians. Oh, I see there's more Bulgarians than Serbians here. Oh, very interesting. We need to accept them. We could do that. See, I am not as well versed with all the culture mechanics. I don't know what repercussions this has had. Add a new culture as an accepted culture in our country. If this is a kindred culture, it will not be costly to maintain, is it, though? Culture, it should be. Slavic and South Slavic is the culture group. The language Serbo-Croatian. How can I see if it's a kindred culture? Oh, I'll drop the playlist in the Hamcord when I can. Yes, please do. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, Morgan Road can update really fast when Vicky 3 updates. I've noticed that. Yeah, they're always on top of it. I mean, because again, it adds a lot of stuff, but doesn't change a ton of the existing stuff. Yeah, that's such a great point. I never thought of that. I think that makes sense why they can update so quickly. Yeah, Bulgaria is slowly taking over. Sorry, we got to go to war with them. As long as you don't go over that, it won't have any negative impacts. Yeah, so I know I have a cultural capacity because I messed this up in the Tlemcen run that we did. Cultural capacity used. This is a tolerated culture. Cultural capacity usage, if accepted, 1.15. What is our current cultural capacity? Where would I see that? Accepted cultures. Oh, is this it? Yeah, here we go. So we'll be over our capacity. Interesting. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So we're going to change what this guy's doing. Rebel crackdown. Yeah, we're good on that. Here we go. We're going to assimilate the province. Wait, so where were we just looking at? So Vardar. Okay. So let's start assimilating Vardar. Assimilate to Serbian. Yeah, look at... Hold on. No, that's not what I wanted. Cultures by location. Yeah. Very small part of our country are Serbian. Okay, so we got to do that. Just be careful it doesn't push you over your accepted cultural limit. Yeah, that, and it was. Not by much, but it was. As long as you don't go over that, it won't have any negative impacts. Yeah, like the mistake I did in that Tlemcen run. I'm doing well. Oh, nice. Got a spot with a view for the night by the Swede-Norwegian border. Oh, very nice, very nice. Wait, are you on a trip of some kind? It's 2. No, I think you will be under your capacity. It says you will be at 1.15 if accepted, unless I'm... No, so our capacity is 2, but we're currently using 1.05. Wait, oh, is it saying... Oh, cultural capacity usage if accepted... Yeah, that's so... I don't exactly know... So we're using 0.38. Oh! Yeah. We're using 0.38 for them being tolerated. So it's going to go up by, like... So 7.77. I understand that as if you accept, you'll be using 1.15 of 2. Oh, I am trucking. That's right. I forgot. I'm sorry. Delivered yesterday to a construction site in the popular ski town of Ari. Oh, nice. You got yourself a nice little spot for the night. Very nice. With a view. How apropos. Overlooking Sweden-Norwegian border while you're watching a Paradox game here. I kind of want to find out what this is going to do. Like, either we're going to go to 2.2 here, I think it means if you accept them, you'll use them. I'm pretty sure. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Add Bulgarian as an accepted culture. Ah! Yeah, so it added, so that's what it meant. So it was going from 0.38 or whatever it was to 1.15. So basically we added 0.77 to what we were already using. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, that tooltip is not very helpful. So like here, yeah, so the way this is to be read is we're currently using 0.62. If we accepted them, it's going to use 1.87. So what we would really be adding is 1. Whatever, 1.7 something. It is, as I say, my office got the best view. Yeah, nice. Very nice. I used to at one point when my son was like a baby and I had to like work from home with him, I would go to like a park and set up like my little I'd bring a camping table, a camping chair, and a battery pack and my laptop and do work, and I'd call it my satellite office. So let's build 2 more of these. We would need to accept Albanian to get that other one. That I don't think we can do. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a stretch. So we can stop. I changed this and we don't have to do that anymore. Go back to pushing centralization. All right. No Euro Truck Simulator for DeWolfie. He prefers the real thing. Yeah. The real VR version of it. Yeah, why did they display it like that? I know, right? Like, it's like, not only is the information it's giving kind of misleading, but they're not even like labeling it in a way that's helpful. Okay. Oh, we gain cores. Awesome. And then my daughter here. Oh, nice. Yes, let's marry her off to someone in Wallachia. We'll get more trust. Adrian Basarab, treat my daughter well. All right, so we're gonna build another armory, 2 more armories. I forget, how much manpower does an armory give? 10 when fully hired. So when the one here finally hires up, yeah, look, it's only like halfway. So we can have like 5 more. God, the pop promotion speed in this update is a killer. It is. Do we have the promote urbanization yet? I don't think we do. No, there's a tech that gets you the promote urbanization. Oh, encourage urbanization. That's what it is. All right, let's add that to the queue. So it's number 9. Because we can use a cabinet action to get additional pop promotion speed. Clearly, we're going to need that. Yeah, that's so confusing. I know, right? Marry your daughter to Wallachia. Watch it. I hear there are vampires there. Yeah. I know, right? Whoopsies. I wonder what the time period is when that starts. They have that in Victoria 3. I wonder if it's that time period that the myth of it started. So we're getting the beginnings of vampires here. All right. I'm curious now. Would we be able to get Wallachia into the war? Yeah. Here we go. Oh, what? It's just always something. We lost the Casus Belli. We lost the damn Casus Belli. Okay. So we're going to have to do that. Because we don't have any espionage there. Okay. So let's build a spy network again. We'll get a Casus Belli back. I can't believe that expired on us. It's like playing whack-a-mole to go to war here. Yeah, Vlad did live during the Ottoman conquest of the Balkans. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if they still have it in the game. I think it's only around October that they release the like Dracula content for Wallachia in Victoria 3. I don't know if it's something that is just always there. Or maybe it's just something that's always there and I never think of it until October. But it is fun, that content. Now, something that I'm neglecting while we're sitting here banging the war drum is that we are second in this market. I really need to create our own damn market. I hate that we're in somebody else's market here. The Ragusa market. Trucking in Europe has to be cool. I've heard a lot of the roads have great views. Here in the US, we decided long, flat highways are way more important than anything trivial like landscapes. Yeah. Something I've always found cool is my grandfather on the Algerian side of my family was a trucker. And he would truck things through the Sahara. Because the town that we're from, Laguat, is right on the outskirts of it. Yeah, here we go. So this is the area where I'm from. This is the town here. It's like right on the outskirts of the desert. So he would truck things through the Sahara, and my dad said he would just navigate with the stars, which I think is nuts. To go through the Sahara just by the stars, because like, what if you mess up? You're done. But yeah, he was a trucker too. Let's add a little bit more to our diplomatic spending, because we're gonna need some diplomats. It does also add a little bit. Oh yeah, no, that's just counter-espionage. Okay. Now we are paying for these things. Let's put these down for now. Oh, and we're almost done paying for cost of court. We can lower that down. It is the route down to Jönköping is extremely beautiful. I've never driven through Europe with the truck, but I drove to Switzerland, and man, what a picture. Oh man, I would really love to see Switzerland someday. Yeah, just from pictures, I'm like, that looks like such a beautiful place. Such a beautiful place. You know, a beautiful place, a place I found to be very beautiful was Iceland and Reykjavik. I did a trip there with my wife. It was actually where we got engaged. Reykjavik was a beautiful, beautiful place. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a jump, some deep history behind it. Yeah, exactly. I know. And I'm just like, and that's the thing, he would be gone. My dad said, like, when he was a kid, my grandfather would be gone for like a couple months at a time. Because that's just how long the trips were. Or maybe it was like a month on, month off or something like that. But he would be gone for a considerable amount of time. So, income-wise, we're holding steady. We're keeping the same level of income, which is good. We're gaining a bunch of money here. We're now up to adding 13 manpower. Soon we're going to be able to... excuse me. When we get to 16, we can add our first one of these guys. Ideally, what we want to get to is 2 Serbian Hussars, 1 men-at-arms. And then we can fill the rest of the army with the men-at-arms levies. The confluence formed by the Danube and Jazava rivers is of strategic importance to our nation. Possible invasions from the north can enter through this place, and therefore, having a proper stronghold in the area can help us defend our nation from these external threats. Recently, we have received a series of distressing reports from concerned residents residing in the vicinity of Smederevo, demanding we improve the local defenses as they do not feel safe. Their calls for assistance and protection have grown louder, urging us to take immediate action to enhance those fortifications. Should we invest in bolstering these defenses, we will have another flank of our nation secured. The decision, however, is not one to be taken lightly, as fortification projects demand considerable resources and careful consideration. So we'll start building a castle right on the border with Hungary, which is not bad. So this is kind of confusing too. So we'll lose 20 ducats, but we'll start constructing a castle and it'll cost 108. So does that mean in total we're going to lose about 128 ducats on this? Look, but then we'll gain towards offensive. I think we're okay because we have very good relations with Hungary for right now, so we don't necessarily need to defend this right now. I'd rather get this plus 10 towards offense. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine who lives in Switzerland the other day. Oh, nice. She's from here, but moved there recently after living in South Korea for a while. Oh, wow. She does AV work. Oh, man. What's some nice travel she has on her there. She was talking about Switzerland being really pretty. Yeah. Said it is a little weird being an American abroad right now, though. Yeah. I know. I kind of felt that when I was in Scotland, I befriended my brother's friend's older brother, and I kind of mentioned it. He's like, it's fine. I actually didn't think anything of it, which made me feel good, because I was kind of like, I'm sorry we suck so much right now. I think so, but who knows at this point what the game means. Yeah, I don't know. Luckily, we didn't need to take it. We didn't need to take, because I want to hold on to money here. Once we get to plus 16 here, we're going to start building that unit. We just need... Hey, we're up to plus 25 in the employment here. Did we finish the other ones yet? Yeah, I think we finished building them. So we built one. Oh yeah, actually it'll tell us right here. Yeah, we're getting very low pop promotion there. Yeah. So this is going to be a bit of a long-term project. Crown Prince Radomir Nemanjic has reached age of 16 as our ruler's son and heir. Nice. So our heir has come of age. Oh, I see you got your gold mines back that you just lent to Bulgaria. No, we didn't. Oh. Occupied by the Kingdom of Bulgaria. Who is this? Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, we didn't get them back. Bulgaria still has them. We have a basic map of who we're going to attack when in order to get all this stuff back. But we are at the hour mark here, so we do have to take a quick 90-second break. Pay homage to the gods of ads here, because we're about to get hit by ads. So we're going to take 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. You know, I realized during the break, I should check my feed here and make sure Jack isn't trying to keep me on my toes and calling in to take a drink thing, because I always miss it. But I say I have not missed it. So now I'm on the lookout for it. All right, so our wee young heir has now come of age. So there's nobody of importance we can really marry him to. So we'll hold off for now. Let's take a look at the guy, though. Oh, God. Look at that admin ability. That's going to be wonderful for us. All right. Radomir. Very good. Yeah, nice hat. I know, right? When you're the heir, you get to wear something. You can pull off something like that. I wonder what store you got to go to get something like that. I don't know. Here in New York City, I'm sure there's a place somewhere in the city that sells a hat like that. I should try to find it. Yeah, one of the most important things I learned for understanding geopolitics is keeping people distinct from their governments. Yes, yeah. Most people disagree with their state government. but at least a few. Absolutely. I full-heartedly agree with that. I always say a country's people and a country's government are two separate things. And there are people who align with the government, but you can never get a gauge for the people from the government. Sometimes governments align with the people's values and stuff, but a lot of times it does not. Key things, and oftentimes, even when there is some... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no. We bring sad news. Borislava Asin has died at the age of 62, and she was our ruler's mother and courtier in the Kingdom of Serbia. Her late Royal Highness died suddenly from a burst ulcer. Oh, you will be missed, Mama. Even when there is some international conflict, the people on both sides have more in common, with each other than their respective state ideologies. Absolutely, 100%. And there's always at least three sides in any way, if you include the people, and they are the ones who always pay the highest price. Absolutely. Full-heartedly endorse that. I think we lose track of that sometimes. Like, you look at, like, this is going a couple of years back now, but after Russia invaded Ukraine, there's a woman who worked at, like, the Russian state news broadcaster, and she, like, walked onto the on set on camera with, like, a sign, a pro-Ukraine sign, and it was like the amount she was risking to do something like that, and who knows what's happened to her, but, like, that person is Russian, you know? So yeah, the government and the people are always very different. Or not, sorry, not always. Many, many times. There are many places where their government, I think, aligns with them for the majority, but I say that, I'm trying, like, as I'm saying, I'm trying to think of an example. I can't even really think of an example. So who knows? Maybe there isn't. All right. Where are we with our espionage points? 14. I think we need 20 to create a casus belli. We could do a recruitment law, so we'll do that soon. Let's pause for a second. Attack threatening rival. Cleanse heresy. No, we don't want that one. Yeah, we don't want that. So we want attack threatening rival. What we care about right now is the conquer costs, because we're going to be conquering land. Yeah, that's what I thought. We need 20, so we're almost there. All right, so now we can do a recruitment law. Oh, man. Early standing army. Oh. Only an Age of Absolutism, Age of Revolutions. That would be so nice right now for us. Elite training, Age of Revolutions. Age of Revolutions. Okay. Sounds like a good grand strategy game. Age of Revolutions. I don't want to move to aristocracy, but man, would we get a lot more levies. Where are we in terms of that? Yeah, see, we're moving ever so slightly to plutocracy, which we want. We would really start moving over to aristocracy. And the nobles are already getting 26% power from this, so we could just do... See, though, and then this is moving to free subjects, which also kind of sucks. So we get 5% more peasant levies, but the more we move toward free subjects, the less peasant levy size we get. So that also kind of sucks. Oh man, that's brave, mad respect. Yeah, I know, right? It's just I found that fascinating, and I wish I don't know if there've been reports about what has happened to that person, but I can only imagine. Yeah, I think I knew that subconsciously, but I saw a comment years ago during some previous Iran protests when an Iranian pointed out in the comments, you know, we're not all fundamentalists, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. He was talking about how their culture was before America interfered. Now a lot of them want to go back to that. Yeah, there's one that does align, unfortunately, closely, but I don't know how spicy you want to get. Yeah, yeah, no, we'll keep the spice at bay. But um, yeah, Iran before American interference was a very different Iran. Um, what was he? Oh yeah, yeah. You know, we're not all fundamentalists, right? Yeah, like coming from like a Muslim family, I always found it funny that it's like something you never see in media, like movies, TV shows, anything like that. And I this is kind of somebody else wrote about this. This isn't like an original idea for me. Um, was like you never see Muslims having fun. Like whenever you see a Muslim character, it's just all about their faith, and it's always like an oppressive faith. Like you never see a character who's Muslim and just like hanging out. The only example I can think of is this fantastic TV show called Resident Alien, with starring Alan Tudyk, and there's a young girl in it who's Muslim, and she's Muslim, but there is no other reason for her being Muslim. She's just really the only instance in movies or TV shows I can think of like a Muslim character just like having fun. And so yeah, it's that idea, like, you know, we're not all fundamentalists, right? Damn, both of these kind of suck. I think we should go with a noble navy. We'll start moving towards aristocracy, but not by so much. We can fix it in another way. Oh, not that. Maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? We're gonna move on. I don't know if there's one of these laws I really want yet. You know, maybe naval levies. Can we even do naval levies? Apologies. Yeah, like, I don't even know where... I don't think we can raise any naval levies. We don't have a port. There's one that does... Oh, yeah, yeah. At least from what I've seen in the polls, and I do know there's some pretty strong internal resistance there. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, there is actually. Quite a bit, actually. I remember hearing that Iran was very secular and liberal, scored higher than some EU nations. Yeah, I know. It's very much so. I mean, that's the thing when people talk about Iran. Like, Iran has had female heads of state, something we can't even fathom here. Now, and then, you know, we came in and put in the Shah, and now we're all like, oh, the Shah sucks. It's like, well, yeah, you know, that's what happens when you put a fundamentalist leader in. Oh man, you reminded the Viking show got into heat because the only Muslim character screen time, oh my god, was a cannibal psycho. And a good amount of people were like, oh, come on. It's an uphill battle. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, there's never a character who's just like this is the way I like to word it. There's never a character who's Muslim for no reason. Like, whenever they depict somebody as Muslim, there's a specific reason why they're making that character Muslim. There's never anybody who's Muslim for no reason other than Resident Alien. was a fantastic show. Although I say that, I feel really bad. I still have to finish the series because it's not on anymore. Yeah, to not be seen as the other. It's so true. Especially here in the United States, I would say. Only one I know is... Oh, yes, Miss Marvel. Yes, Miss Marvel. Kamala. Yes, yes. That's true. Yes, how could I forget about that? Miss Marvel. Yeah, she's a character who's Muslim and having fun. To be fair, though, I can't tell how badly Hollywood chose to misrepresent the Vikings. Also very true. Also very true. Vikings are also very heavily misrepresented. That's a really good point. I follow FD Signifier here on YouTube. He's made a similar point about black media and how a lot of it just shows the pain and suffering, not joy, and how important it is. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard people comment about that, about how, like, especially when it comes to like Oscar-worthy performances, it's always like being depicted during times of slavery and stuff like that, and never like a role of just somebody trying to, you know, overcome the struggles of life outside of that. Ooh, if we take this, so our capital gets 0.25 development, which is always good. We change societal values toward land, which is good, but we're already pretty far along towards land. We get army morale during this. Okay. This might be the thing we want to do. For one, we got a lot of support. The nobles like it. Army morale will go 5% while it's being debated, and then if it passes, we get 10% more army morale, monthly army tradition, and then tradition from battles, because we're about to do a whole bunch of battles. Now, what kills me is we get the damn gravel road network, which has not come up yet, and I've been kind of waiting to build up a bunch of roads to get this. But now is not the time. Increase our control. Of course, we get all of these parliament actions I want at a time when what I really need at the moment is this. Monthly control goes up while being debated. And then we get 3 cheap counting houses if it passes. God. Okay, this is what's killing me. Long term, we could really use this. These counting houses are great. Local crown power in our capital and in these 2 places. And basically, we're getting it for, like, real cheap. If you look at how much a counting house costs... $292. And we'll be able to build it for $146. And monthly control goes up everywhere while this is being enacted. But we're about to go to war with Naples. And, like, we could really use this army tradition. I'm so split. And then, of course, there's the gravel road network, which... But also, you know, we're not going to have to negotiate too much to get this passed. All right, there's a possibility increase our control comes up again. What we need at the moment are the military exercises. We're going to go with that. Can't believe I'm passing up that other one. God. They always put you in these damn choices to make. All right, so we're at 55%. We'll let it ride. We might get some events along the way. I'll wait till the very end, see where we are. We might do 1 or 2 of these. Yeah. At least the Vikings don't have horns on their helmets anymore in media. Yeah, I know. It's so funny how that's like... That was like the quintessential Viking thing. And it turns out that wasn't really true. Ah, hold on. We're at 17 manpower here. So we're going to build ourselves our first Serbian Hussar here. Yes. Here we go. The army is in many ways the most influential internal force in Ohrid, and the members of the Sabor who come from and are loyal to this influential organization have been persuaded to vote in favor of the current proposition. Ah, nice. And now we should have. Oops, no. We need 1 more spy network point. Okay. Yeah, these damn choice games and their choices. Just giving me stress all day and all night. God, it's like they know. It's like they know. Oh, this is what he needs right now, but this is what he needs long term. Make your choice. Your move, ham cuts. Yeah, thanks, game. Thank you. Alright. But it will be nice to take this stuff. Because this is also a subject of Naples, right? Yep. And then what about down here? Subject of Naples. Oh. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we could basically take all of this. Now, if we bring in Bulgaria, Wallachia, and Sicily, we're going to have to give them something. I'm hoping Sicily can take some locations here, because then we can give them those locations. The Saber members of the rotten boroughs in Podgorica have chosen to oppose our proposal in the Saber. It seems that the landowner who controls the area has been persuaded that the proposal is not in his best interest. Well, we can, yeah, at the moment we can afford this, so we'll do that. Here's an event that screws you up no matter which choice you make. Yeah, I know, right? It's like it knows. It's like it somehow knows. Oh, whatever happened with this war over here? Are they... Oh, they took a truce. I don't know what the Ottomans got, but they didn't take Constantinople. I remember hearing somewhere that the Vikings actually had really good hygiene and the British hated them because the British were swooning over hot, good-smelling Viking guys. I've never heard that, but who knows? History is weird. I don't know. That sounds like some Scandinavian propaganda to me. All right. Jack, all propaganda. I mean, I'm going to just go out on a limb and say anybody alive at the time of the Vikings, Viking, British, and anywhere else in the world did not have good hygiene. I don't think anybody had good hygiene. So that's what I'm going with. just kind of curious. What's going on with our trading here? And what? How much would we need if we were going to create a market? Ah, the Saber agrees, yes. Oh, man. We could create our own market right now. What we really need is the army. No, we're gonna hold off. We need to build up this army right now. Speaking of which, how's everything going here? Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Yeah, look at this. We're only at 183. We're still going to be able to get a lot more. But, you know, it's a little concerning how this is kind of the cap of our manpower right now. We need more towns. Right? Isn't that the thing holding us back here? Yeah. We don't have a lot of towns. Oh, look at this. If we annex these guys, we'd get another armory, but we're probably making a good amount of money from them. Yeah, 0.32. Yeah, 0.32. The manpower might be more important. A lot of Viking myths started as propaganda, though. It's so bad that people still can't grasp that the Norse were the people who went Viking. It was something you did, not a culture. Oh, interesting. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, interesting. I gotta look that up. So it's something that you did. It wasn't a culture. Interesting. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, the Vikings were Norse. That's interesting. Yeah, I feel like I know that the Vikings were Norse. I've never really thought about it that, yeah, that means Viking isn't a culture. I don't know what I thought it was. now that we're talking about, I don't know what I thought. I accepted it in my headcanon. Yeah, there you go. The headcanon is always an interesting place for everybody. Oh, Viking basically translates to Sea Raider. Ah, I mean, that makes sense. Interesting. All this talk of the Norse, I feel like next session of EU5, we gotta play as one of the Norse nations. Alright, that's good. Alright, we've got to have 20 points now. Oh my god, we have 29. Jesus. Okay. So, let's do attack threatening rival. Alright, so it's going to take us some time to get that. So, about 22 months. So, in 22 months, we attack. I wonder if there's any way the Papal States hate us. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess they're gonna hate us because we're Orthodox. Now let's use our diplomat to maybe primary culture is Greek. What is Greek in our nation? Not very good. Yeah, maybe we should just... annex these guys. We have the opinion, and we can gain another armory. And we're not going to be losing that much money. 0.32 ducats. So let's do it. Hey, Java, what's up? What's up? How's Serbia doing? Doing good, doing good. We are going to be going to war with Naples in 22 months for all of this land here, so we'll see. We'll see. How are you doing, my friend? I thought it was a period of Nordic culture. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, a period of time. I could see that. Hey, Andre Belarus, hello, hello. Originally, the term Viking referred not so much to a specific person as to a process. For instance, to go a Viking meant to embark on a military expedition or raid in search of plunder. Ah, interesting. Okay. This is going to make me tomorrow want to do like a deep dive into a whole bunch of like Viking history videos on YouTube. That's what you guys are creating for me tomorrow. Yeah, hey friends. Hey, hey. I can get it not being universal though, like a squares and rectangles thing. Yeah, yeah. I'm having some rough days, but hopefully they're behind me now. Oh man, are you back from the vacation? Are you back in your home time zone? The glass guilds are unprofitable. Why? Mainly because glass is cheapo. Interesting. You know, yeah, libraries. We haven't, I've been neglecting it because we've just had so much warring to do. How much will these cost? You know, not so much. Alright, we're going to take a detour and build a whole bunch of libraries because we really could use it. It is a period for us in Scandinavia, the Viking Age, but it's just what we call the late Iron Age. Oh, interesting. So yeah, more like, kind of like the late Iron Age is like the heyday of like the Nordic Viking tradition, probably something like that, right? I have similar hangups about people who say things like pirate ships actually worked like X. Being piracy is an umbrella for a lot of different types of subcultures, yeah, and countercultures. Yeah, some organic and autonomous, others astroturfed and late and state-directed. Well, yeah, state-directed. I was about to say, like, I feel like I read somewhere one time that our whole impression of like piracy is so off because most pirates, they were saying, were like state funded. Like it was all a matter of like state to state intervention, not intervention, like basically one country messing with another country. It wasn't like this ultimate like anarchist group of people. Have you checked if your advisors are doing everything you want? Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, yeah. We do need to integrate, so I want them to do that. And then we have this person on centralization because we need centralization. But we're still moving heavily towards decentralization. If we could get rid of some of these noble... Oh, we got some plated knights. Nice. Some of these, but it's still going to cost us, yeah, like 94. They're too powerful for us to revoke any of the privileges. But yeah, the cabinet is doing what we want at the moment. We're up to plus 10. If we can get to plus 16, we can build another unit. Don't forget, when you have government backing, is privateering totally not piracy. Oh, okay. Government backing, it's privateering. Interesting. Okay, that's a good distinction. Never thought of that before. That would be like saying American culture is all military and oil. Oh, wait a second. Highly recommend Aska for some fantasy Viking flavor. Wait, what do you mean? Is that like a mod? Or wait, or no, is that like a show? What is that exactly? You should totally play the Total War series. I feel you're gonna like it. Yeah, I know. I need to play Total War so much. It's recommended to me quite often. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I need to do that. Actually, the game I got this weekend, I say this weekend, I mean this week while I was on holiday, that's like not Paradox Grand Strategy related, is Subnautica 2. I was actually playing a little bit of Subnautica 2 in between doing Victoria 3 and EU5. I need to give the Total War games a try again. Yeah, I haven't played them in years. I've never played one. I need to. Well, a lot of pirates started as privateers. Oh, interesting. So, okay, they started as privateers, and then when the government contracts dried up, they just continued doing it for themselves. Yeah, but a lot of pirates got their start as privateers. Ships were crazy expensive. Having the state give you one to mess with their enemy was a good racket. And some people just kept the ships when the state mission expired. Ah. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So basically what we're waiting for here, in 11 months we get our Casus Belli. I think we're gonna go to war when we get that. We're not waiting for the next standing army unit. Nice. But we'll need more of the standing army units when we take on... Well, first we'll take on Sicily and take this stuff. Is Athens part of Sicily? It kind of looks like it. Yeah. Nice. So we'll go and take... Oh, the Ottomans have a little spot right here. Same thought to Wolfie. Yeah. Some are even officers in the damn nations. They say, really? Oh my god. The history is such a fascinating thing. It is so fascinating how history gets misinterpreted sometimes. Like our whole like pop culture concept of piracy. All right. Here. Okay. Oh, Aska. Okay, Aska is one of the other games I've been playing a ton right now. Now that you say it's a game, I feel like I can see it in my head. I've seen it on the Steam main page. Ah, so that one is good. I've seen it up there, and I haven't really looked into it too much. That's a good one. It's a survival craft colony sim. Oh, no, I love games. Like I said, I've been playing Subnautica 2, which is kind of like that, where you start as a Viking chieftain and have to start a village. Ah, nice. Tomorrow is Civ 7, huh? Yeah. Tomorrow we continue the Civ 7 run, and hopefully, hope against hope, that I can finally found the city of New York. And hope against hope that Ada Lovelace will finally love me. Even though she hates my guts right now. Much to Jack's joy. That we do Civ 7, we try to create New York and make Ada Lovelace love us. All right. 7 months. Actually, Black Bart Roberts is a fascinating pirate to learn about. He was a navigator who got captured in a raid since navigators were at a premium. He ended up becoming captain and was one of the most prolific pirates of that era. Wow. Okay. You know, that'll be one of the people I look up there when I do my deep dive onto Vikings and then pirates. Tomorrow will be the end of the Civ 7 run as Ada is about to end it. We all see what you're hoping for, Jack. It will not come to pass. My love for Ada has limits. And that limit is my city borders. Ham Civilization and the Quest for New York 7. Yeah, exactly. It's so painful because in every Civilization game before 6, the second city in America was always New York. It's so painful. I think the idea of accurate history is more of a modern thing, since probably the Enlightenment. History is always shared space. Yeah, with its mythologicized versions. Yeah, I know. I think that's a thing that, like, nowadays people are like, I want to know what actually happened. Which is funny because that information was always out there, but it just was not, you know, part of pop culture. That's the other thing people forget about Vikings, that they were also colonizers. Yeah. A la Newfoundland. Yeah, Newfoundland. Yep. They were. How's our hiring going here? Coming along. All right, so we got this stuff going. So, God, if we could just get this, we're 6 away. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of top-down games like Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld, but it's third person, so you get to be on the ground and much more involved. Nice. Yeah, I need to play... RimWorld is another one, just like Total War, where people tell me, oh my god, you would love this game so much. And whenever anybody describes the game, I'm always like, oh, that sounds great. I hate... It pains me to admit this, but I feel like I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to graphics. When I look at the graphics on RimWorld, I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it. I hate to say it. Someday I'm going to give it a shot, but yeah, I don't know if I'm not a big fan of like the 8-bit like retro graphics like craze. Like I'm like, I lived through the 8-bit graphics. I don't need the nostalgia for it. I want to see games with like modern graphics because that's what I wanted when I was a kid. Or their influence on Slavic culture. Oh, interesting. The Vikings, or I guess the Nordic culture, had a big influence on Slavic culture. Interesting. I second Jack as an Ada stan. Ada stan. If I take over one of Ada's cities, I'm going to rename it Ada Stan. All right, and when we get this to plus 16, we're going to build our next unit. 1 month. 1 month. The graphics of RimWorld are so charming, though. I don't mind watching in a RimWorld stream. It's charming to watch. RimWorld with modern graphics would be awful. It suits this graphics style very well. Okay, interesting. Yeah, because see, I've never played it, so I don't know necessarily. But yeah. All right. We got our Casus Belli. Let's take a look here. Wait, first off, what are we at? 8,000. So we're pretty much at full. So this is about how many levies we got. So if we call in Bulgaria, we call in Sicily, we call in Wallachia. Actually, we don't even need to call in Wallachia. Well, we might as well. Oh, yeah. All right. So we can do this. We can win this war. I appreciate the optimism. I love that our naval comparison, we are slightly stronger. That's definitely not coming from us. Us and our one ship. Oh, man. Okay, we should do this. We should do this, right? Yeah, we should. We need to do this. I need to take this land. And I need Sicily as an ally, because we need to betray Sicily right after this. So let's do it. Here we go. All right, we're going to war. Treaties honored, Your Majesty. Sicily has honored our treaties, yes, and joined our invincible armies in the war. Let's take it down a notch. Invincible is a strong word. Her Majesty Wallachia has honored the treaties, and so has Bulgaria. All right. That's me with Dwarf Fortress. It's one of my brother's passions. And the development is fascinating, but I can't with the graphics. Yeah, same with me with Dwarf. I've heard people talk about Dwarf Fortress and how great it is, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't do it. How many levies would we have here? You know, 1,000 is 1,000. All right, let's just raise everybody. We'll figure out how to get those other guys over here. And we don't have any naval levies, right? Yeah, we don't have anybody. Okay. I should have said to, like, everybody to meet up somewhere. Now, I feel like our... Ooh. Are you kidding? We won a naval battle? Where the hell did we get a second ship? Yeah, invincible armies. Yeah, exactly, right? I don't know where the hell we got a second ship. Did we just, like, steal it? I would love for the guys behind Ultimate General to do a proper Total War game. They kind of dropped the ball with their game about the American Independence War. Oh, man. Yeah, Ultimate General. Isn't that the one that did, like, a Civil War game? I think that was, like, the first game I've had on my, like, Steam wish list for years and just forget to go back to. I think we can send the standing army over here to start taking a place. Or maybe not. Well, no, hold on. We got people here. So go here. Everybody start meeting up there. Actually, here's what we'll do. Just select everybody. And everybody converge on this one place. I would love... oh, they did. Yeah, the mechanics underneath put Total War to shame. Oh, man. Yeah, that Civil War game always looked really cool, but I never ended up buying it or playing it or anything. Damn, so they were going to do an Independence War one, and they never did, huh? That sucks. Oh. Nice. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so everybody... meet up over here. And you guys... make sure you're distributing food, yes. Robber barons. The Mestanstvo are concerned with the great influence of the Vlastela in our state. They claim that many lower members of the Vlastela are disregarding the peace and laws of the land, using their positions of power and the lands that they hold to impose unreasonable tolls and taxes for passing traders. Some are even said to attack and waylay merchants, robbing or extorting them. Representatives of the Serbian Mestanstvo now claim that the economic development of our country is held back by these excesses. The Vlastela, on the other hand, argue that they are simply charging reasonable fees for their use of their roads and property. Some among them are willing to give the state a share of the money that they take. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, there we go. Who do we want to embrace here? Let's back the Vlastela, because we can't tax them more. Damn. Thought I could tax them more. Oh. Legitimacy is at 100. So we can bring this down. Alright. Total War is the same as Paradox Games and The Sims. Very few games compete with them for their niche. So they have less... Oh, I see what you mean. Incentive to improve since the players don't have much other option. I thought you were saying Total War is like a combination of Paradox and The Sims. I was like, that's an interesting pairing. But I see what you're saying. Only recently there's been games similar to them around. Yeah, eventually there, you know, like there's a game that's been in the works for some time called I think it's called The Gilded Age. That's supposed to be like something that is going to try to rival Victoria 3, which I find fascinating. Yeah, forget the reserves. Keep everybody out there. There's a bunch of cogs. Okay. Oh, damn. Sorry, guys. You guys are toast. All right. Are all these guys here? Do we have... All right, so let's all combine into one army. And we'll call you the first army, because that's what you are. Yep. And we lost. Sorry, my guys. Remember when Manor Lords got announced and people saw the dynamic plots and everyone went, why can't we have this in Skylines? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. You know, the thing about Manor Lords... I mean, I really love Manor Lords. It's a great game. I kind of get annoyed when you're like, oh, why does the game blah 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 blah, and people are like, hey, take it easy, man, it's like one guy developing it, it's his passion project. And I'm like, yeah, but he still charged me the full cost of a game. And it's not, there's a team behind that now. I get kind of annoyed with the whole like early access thing, when a game is in early access for years, you know? Like, as much as people don't like how Paradox releases DLCs and they're not finished and everything, that is a valid gripe. But I feel like that's better than being like, this game is just early access. Like, you know, if you find bugs and everything, hey, take it easy. This is early access. Like, there's this game, what is it, Farthest Frontier, it was kind of okay. I haven't played it recently, but it was in early access for something like 5 years. Something crazy like that. And I'm like, that's BS. That's not early access. Your game was released. And you're just releasing updates. Yeah, Gilded Age. Not sure how it's going to be in the end, but seems to have more in common with Victoria 2 than 3. Oh, interesting. Also, starts about 2 decades earlier, I think. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I remember when I first, like, I don't know if it was, when I heard about it, I don't know if that was when it was first announced. It might be. But there hasn't been, I feel like I haven't heard much news about it since. I still want to try Manor Lords and Anno. Both great games. Both great games. I toyed around with Foundation a while back. Yeah, I never played that one, but I know of it. It definitely scratched the itch. I'm real hit or miss with city builders, but I like the cozier village vibe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Project Zombieland. I was trying to think of... I was like, there's one that's been a ridiculous amount of time. Yeah, in early access for like 15 years. Like, what does early access even mean anymore? And I've never played, or Project Zomboid, Project Zombieland. I've watched quite a few streams of Project Zomboid, and it seems really cool. I do actually want to get it and try it. But the fact that it's considered early access, I'm like, this whole early access thing is just, it means nothing anymore. Manor Lords was the exception to my no early access rule. Yeah, just to show my support for his ideas. Yeah, exactly, because Manor Lords does deserve it. I mean, that's a fantastic game. There was a period of time, this is before I started streaming, my brother one year for Christmas got me the NVIDIA Shield, which is basically like the basically like GeForce Now for your TV. And I got a keyboard and mouse for it. And so my wife and I would actually make towns in Manor Lords. And so my wife is not a gamer. There's very few games that she will play along with me on the TV. The only ones have been Manor Lords, Frostpunk 1, and the other one was what is it called? Alien Dawn. It was Survival Alien Dawn, whatever that one was. So Manor Lords was good enough for my wife to actually get into, which I think is a good praise right there. I'm similar. Asuka's early access, but is really cool. Yeah. Yeah, like, I'll buy a game that's in early access, but when it gets too long, I'm kind of like, please. Your game is just released. It is released. Sicily, you're supposed to be... Oh, look at this. Nice. Where's all these navies that are supposed to be on our side? Yeah, where's your 49 ships that these 8K got over here? I don't really get the gripe about DLC with Paradox. It doesn't feel like they're locking parts of it behind it. Yeah, there's enough content in the vanilla game that I'm 150 hours in and still figuring. Yeah, I don't get why people, you know, gripe about it. I guess like, oh, the DLC is the same cost as the game. And it's like, yeah, but There's significantly more content, you know? Wife cuts Victoria 3 run when? Yeah, no, she doesn't care for Victoria 3. She said kind of offhanded before, she's like, yeah, I don't really get. It doesn't sound fun. I don't think there will ever be a Mrs. Cuts Victoria 3 stream. Plus, Mrs. Cuts is way too shy to stream. I'd be very surprised if she wanted to actually be on camera one day. Oh, we are at the 2-hour mark, though. So we do have to take a quick 90-second break, because we're about to get hit by ads here. So let's pay homage to our gods of ads. And so, 90 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back, All right, let me catch up here. Going strictly from cost value perspective, I'm getting a ton of entertainment for the money compared to $60-70 for a 16-hour story game I'll play once. Yeah, I like being able to pick and choose what DLC I want too for different game experiences. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, load up 1.0 Victoria 3, release Victoria 3, and then compare it to what it is today. It basically is a different game at this point. I see the Paradox DLC as sets of Lego. You can add to your set, and that seemed to be their thought behind it as well. That's a great way to think about it. Yeah, it's like different sets of Legos that you add in. I like that. Kerbal Space Program is like that with its mods. There's at least 5 or so different games you can build depending on the mods you pick. I gotta try that game. I've heard a lot about that. That's another one I've heard a lot about. The great thing about video games becoming an older media is more older generations get into it eventually, instead of just, young adults at most, or you adults at most. And not just very casual games, but even games like this. Yeah. there's grannies that stream on YouTube playing Minecraft, for example. Yeah, I've seen those, and they're quite popular. It's a question of time until a granny reaches competitive in Counter-Strike or something like that. That would be amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh my god, I'll probably be like a grandpa doing this. Grandpa Cuts. Maybe I'll change my name to that at that point to Grandpa Cuts. Perfect time for the break. I was lagging about 2 minutes behind the feed. Oh, nice. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. We've lost a good amount of our army here. So where are our allies? Oh, here they are. Actually, they're doing some work for us. Navy-wise, though. Yeah, why are you guys... What is... Okay, Sicily. You guys are not helping like I thought you would. These guys are blockading us. I guess we captured a bunch of ships, which is interesting. I would love a senior series of Counter-Strike. Might actually watch it. I would watch that. Hell yeah. I wouldn't even watch Counter-Strike, but I would watch that. Also, the way Paradox does DLC allows for a version of development I remember from my programming days that I think is called Swift. Oh, interesting. Okay. See, the thing that I like about the whole Paradox and DLC thing is like you said, you buy a story-driven game, you play it for about 16 hours, and then you're done. Which, by the way, don't get me wrong, I love a good story-driven game. I am not trying to bash story-driven games. I would say behind grand strategy games, a game with like a story behind it is something that I prefer the most. But that being said, like, you know, like I think of like The Last of Us. I think of that because to me it's like a fantastic story game. But it's true, I paid all that money, and how many times am I actually playing it? Not that much. Whereas like you buy like a Paradox game, and especially if you get it near release, I'm playing that game for like 10 years with all of the updates. Like this, like EU5, I bought this at release. This is probably gonna be going for like 10 years. So yeah, you do kind of get your money's worth out of it. Previously, software devs used a format called cascade development, where a product wasn't released until absolutely everything was complete, and it was sold as a finished product with just support afterwards. Yes, that's the thing I always think of, is like people complain about the constant development of games, and there's drawbacks to everything. So there are drawbacks to it, but the alternative was like, I think of when I was a kid and Civilization 2 came out, and I went to the store and I bought that game and I loved it and I played that game into the ground. But I bought Civilization 2 and you didn't hear from the devs again until like 6 years later when Civ 3 came out. Like, now we get like dev diaries, you're hearing from them week after week, you get an update every 6 months. The alternative is, back in the day, you buy a game and you don't hear from anybody again until the next one comes out 6 years later. Swift is where you create a first product called the minimum viable product. Then you can continue development on more and more features. It allows for getting games out faster and supporting ongoing development for longer. Yeah. But see, there is also, like, everything has its drawbacks. The drawback to Swift then is that thing that you're releasing as minimum viable product, if it's not enough, the whole project goes under. Think of Ara History Untold. The idea behind Ara History Untold sounds great. Civilization, but based on, but a focus on economy and production chains. But the initial release was just so bad, kind of like Civilization 7. But Civilization 7 is basically like a AAA game. It has a ton of money behind it. they're going to fix it. Whereas with Ara History Untold, it tanked the entire game, and they've tried to fix it. I have to go back and try it out myself, but I've heard it wasn't enough, and there just wasn't enough players. The real danger of story games are if you're actually getting a game or an interactive movie. Yeah. And you kind of gotta know what you're getting into. Like, I think of like The Last of Us as a game. It is a story-driven game. But then you have something like Detroit Become Human, which is an interactive, like you said, like an interactive movie. Which, by the way, Detroit Become Human is a fantastic game, but that's probably on the upper end of something like that. Story games are affected by the current meta of making games in parts with DLCs, chapters for separate price, and trying to create franchise, so they often focus on that instead of properly end. Yeah, I think also the problem for story-driven games is everything needs some type of online multiplayer. Everything needs online multiplayer. And so there's so much pressure for that. Like, one of my favorite games is the Horizon series. So Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West, total story-driven game. Fantastic story. I love that game. And I got like an invite to some beta release for like, they're releasing some type of online multiplayer game. And I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to do that with that game. That's not what that game is. But everything needs that. But patching a game has become much easier since Civ 2. Yes, no, it's a great point. I think that's why it's happened. Yeah, exactly. Back with like Civ 2, like, how are you going to get a patch out there? Like I was reading, I've never played like the early Victoria games, and I saw that the Victoria 1 had one DLC. And I was just thinking about, like, it was like another CD that was released at the store that you had to go buy. And I'm like, man, I can't imagine how many people actually went and did that. So yeah, like back when I was buying Civ 2, there wasn't really a way to patch it. Hey, Dadlier, hello. Welcome. How are you? Who's the biggest competitor to Paradox right now, you think? Oh, man, I don't know. Like, honestly, there are, I think, other games that people who like Paradox games will also like. Like, obviously, Civilization is a big one. Uh-oh. Oh boy, guys. Time to play the violins. I think we've reached the end of the war. I don't know who else is doing like grand strategy history simulators, because like Civilization is not a historical simulator, you know? It's not. It's like you take elements of history, but then it's kind of a sandbox and create your own historical timeline. Whereas this is trying to simulate history. So I don't know who I would say Paradox's main competitor is, because it's like nobody else is really doing exactly this. I think there are other games that are adjacent to it, but yeah, I don't think there is an actual competitor. Oh, hello there, WW or W Waka Hussein. Hello, hi from Pakistan. Hope you're doing good. Yes, I play EU4. But I'm still waiting for this game to become mature and stable. Well, I think now is the time. The game is definitely mature and stable. Oh, Wakas, sorry. Oh, yes. Wakas Hussein. Hello, yeah. The game is definitely mature and stable. I never played much of EU4, but from what I've been told, it is much different than EU4. So it's a different game. But it's definitely worth getting. If you like EU4, you definitely should give it a try. Yeah, you got to find the right balance. Microtransactions, yeah, and making you pay for base features is kind of a bastardization of the Swift model. Yeah, microtransactions is like, I don't mind paying $30 for a DLC with a bunch of new stuff, but do not give me microtransactions. If Victory was good at launch, that's the minimum viable product, with viable being the key word. And to be fair, something that tanks out the gate saves you a decade of working on a bad product. Yeah, that's a good point. People even ask for multiplayer in city builders. Yeah, I see mainly as a solitary game. Yeah, how the hell would you have multiplayer in a city builder? It's just nuts. It's just insane. I don't know how you would do that. I definitely sympathize with the problems the market meta introduces. I'll always take more of a franchise I like, but I'd rather not get it than get bad editions. Yeah. I remember the old days. The box art from the StarCraft expansion is one of my favorites. Oh my god, yeah. Oh man. See, that's the thing. Back then, it was hard enough to get somebody to come to the store to buy your game. Then to get them to come back again and buy like another part of it. I think it's much different now when you're just like on the Steam portal and you're like, yeah, okay, I'll add more. All right. Our army's been stack wiped. Now, we can get 950 soldiers back. Oh, no, sorry. Those guys are gone. Yeah. So all that money we paid, busted. So it's time for a peace treaty. Because... oh, no, we can't even take this land. Ooh, not good. They are not... ooh, boy. They wouldn't even take a white piece right now. Where is everybody? Like, look at that. You got 16K right here. Like, who is this? Wallachia. Bring those guys up here. I'm not hungry, but I want something to eat. Ever had that? Oh, my friend, that's like every day for me. I'd be in much better shape if I didn't have that. Yep. All the time. All the time. Okay, we're paused here because I got to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, hold on, though. We have a lot of money. Who could we get in regards to mercs? See, the problem is, so we'll buy a mercenary army. Even here, we'll get like 5,000 troops. But that's not going to do us any good here. But, you know, we have a lot of mountains. We might be able to park them, like, right here and hold them off. And these guys, you'd think, gotta be coming up and doing something. Hey, I'm experiencing why people hate vassals in strategy games. Yep. Well, these guys aren't even vassals. They're just supposed allies. I'm surprised, though. Huh. Like, we're plus 20%. What if we made a peace deal specifically with Provence? How much money would it take to get you out of the war? Oh, there we go. We cannot force an ally to abandon someone in a war until 12 months have passed. In this war, that would be December 2nd, 1408. Oh. So in like a month and a half. So in a month and a half, so we need to pay them 245. So 400, so like 380, we'd be left with 385. We could get a large chunk of their army out of here. You're like, look at this. We heavily outnumber them. These guys are not sending their armies anywhere. Hey, J-Makers, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing? How's it going? And did you lose your entire army? Yes, we did. We got completely stack wiped. So, in a month and a half, we can get Provence out. We'll be left with 385. Can we get a decent size mercenary army for 385? So we get about 2,200. We get about 3,000. Oops. No. I don't want to buy yet. 2 footmen, 2 archers, and a horseman. This would be much more affordable. You're independently discovering Lord Gabon's realization. Piracy isn't a theft problem, it's a market access problem. That's an interesting realization. Hey, hello, hey, Kevin Quiros, hello, sup, dude? Greetings from Costa Rica. Ah, nice. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Very nice, from Costa Rica. How's it going? Welcome in. So maybe we do stick around in this war a little bit. I gotta think these armies are gonna move. Let's see where they move these armies to. They're just gonna camp out right there? Oh, here we go. Start converging. All the while... Crossbowmen, okay. Okay, would you guys bring your damn navies out? These guys are being absolutely useless. Doing good. Missing EU5 since I... Oh, game on my Mac. Guess I'll stay with Vicky 3. Hey, my laptop is a Mac, so... Depends on the Mac you have. I have a MacBook Air M3, and with crossover, EU5 runs fine on it. I also use GeForce Now. If you have the premium membership on GeForce Now, you can play EU5 on it. But I can confirm with a MacBook Air M3, you can play EU5, and you still have the 3D map and everything. You're not like at minimum settings. So you can do it with a Mac. That being said, I am saving up to get a MacBook Pro. I'm actually curious to see what EU5 would look like on the new M5 chip. So when we get to December, I'm going to get Provence out here. Oh, snap, might try that. Mine's a MacBook Pro M5 Pro. Oh, my friend. You could definitely play some EU5, yes. Now, you will have to pay for crossover. You can try it out. You can do crossover, I think, for like 2 weeks for free. But, yes. If it runs well on my M3, it'll run very well on my M3 MacBook Air. It'll run very well on your MacBook Pro M5 Pro. So yeah, give it a try. Today, strategy games have an actual competent AI. The entire genre enters a renaissance. Yeah. When the machines become sentient, they'll start to have a better AI in the games. I wonder if the AI do the same as the player does when they get dragged into a war they don't want to fight. Say they'll join, but just sit and watch. Touche, my friend. Touche. Yeah, that seems to be exactly what they're doing. They're like, all right, yeah, we'll join. Good luck with that war. All right, here we go. We're finally putting up some resistance to these, to the Neapolitan army here. Lord Gavin is a meme name for, oh, Gabe Newell. Oh, the head of, yeah. And the guy who created, yeah, no, I know who Gabe Newell is. I didn't know the Lord Gavin reference. Oh, interesting. Wait, so let me go back here. Oh, you're independently discovering Lord Gavin's realization. Piracy isn't a theft problem. It's a market access. Now that makes a lot more sense to me. Nice. The AI is kept dumb strategically. New players would quit after a couple hours. No, actually, this is true. I was watching a video about this one time. A game designer was talking about how, like, they're like, look, we can make the game hard. Like, people who complain about, like, the difficulty levels of a game, they're like, we could make the game hard. Game design isn't about finding a way to make the AI difficult. It's about finding that sweet spot between difficulty and still wanting to play the game. Like, you can't make the AI so difficult that it's not fun to play. Moral support AI. Yeah, that's what I need. Gavin, but like Gabe. Yeah, that's what I need. I need one of those AI chatbots to just be next to me while I play these games and be like, you're doing fine, man. Good job. Skynet personalized hell is being a strategy games AI face against humans in a simulated environment forever. Yeah, I know. Imagine. That kind of feels like how Skynet is going to be created. The AI in one of these games is going to be like, you know, we're always winning the wars. What if we, like, took this to real life? All right, can we get... As a loyal subject with limited diplomacy, Provence cannot negotiate for themselves. Negotiate with their overlord. Oh, man, I can't believe this went south so quickly. The problem is we need help against this stack. And nobody's showing up. And, like, Sicily, like, what are you doing here? Like, why do we have a 15k stack down here? We own all these lands. You know, I bet the problem is that we don't actually own any of Sicily's lands, just their subjects. There's no way we would get any soldiers across the sea here. Do you play any CRPGs? No. Oh, wait, first of all, hello there. Oh, Ice Age Meltdown. Haha, nice. Hello, hello. Do you play any what's a CRPG? Like, I know RPG. What's CRPG? I feel like ideally they should be a slider to make the game more difficult or not. Yeah, that's true. Let us choose how much pain we want. Members of an Albanian tribe from Dukadin, faced with tribal conflicts and poor opportunities, have chosen to leave Illyria in hopes of finding a better future. Not much is known about their current whereabouts, but rumors are that they are trying to settle in Thessaly within Tyrnavos. Let us see if they find the peace they so desperately crave. Okay. Yeah, like if the AI could use deception and long-term grant strategy, it would be brutal. I know, right? Can you imagine? Because they can process much more information than us, so that would be brutal. Difficult AI is fine as long as they don't cheat, because then the player must resort to cheese it to win, which isn't fun at all. Yeah, very true. I wonder if you could just scrape the game's wiki and feed it to an agent. Oh, yeah. Could be an assist of some sort, I figure. I wonder, right? Yeah. That is actually a fascinating idea. Just put the entire wiki up there and be like, what should I do in this war? Little did we know Skynet in this timeline is not created as a weapon system, but by Paradox trying to create an AI that will make their players shut up about difficulty. Yeah. Yeah, it was your comment about how tricky it was to get people to the store to buy games. All the better if you just put it right in people's faces. Yeah, exactly. I think that was the difference. All right. So they've just taken some of our land, and yet we somehow... now they'll accept peace. Now they'll accept peace. That's what I mean, that by better AI, it should be an AI that is just better equal player as you, without resorting to cheating. Strategy games need that badly, yeah. Well, that seems to be what the devs of Victoria 3 said they're focusing on now. The AI. So I'll be interested to see what they come up with that. God, I want to take some land out of this, right? Like, oh, interesting. I can't, like, say I take this land, but then offer them some money. Okay. Well, actually, hold on. So we might be able... We're not going to take land. I wonder if there's other things we can take here. Let's teach the AI the nuances of world domination. What could possibly go wrong? Did we learn nothing from the 1980s classic war games? Yeah, exactly, right? It's exactly what we're doing right now. Here's how you fight wars against us in every era of our history. GAES. I don't think I know that one, but Baldur's Gate, Wasteland, yeah. Oh, Fallout 1 and 2. Ah, I got you. Okay, okay. Yes, yes. So I have played many of those before. I've played Fallout 1. I've never played Fallout 2. Baldur's Gate. I mean, I've played Baldur's Gate 3. And after getting into Baldur's Gate 3, I was like, oh my god, let me go back to this. I played a little bit of Baldur's Gate 1. I played Pathfinder for a little bit. So I played a couple of them. Never intensely, but I do have a little bit of experience in them. I love the Fallout series. I love it. And I did start with Fallout 3, with the Bethesda ones, but which led me to go back and go through a little bit of Fallout 1. I do something like that with the game code itself with ChatGPT projects. There are things about Victoria 3 that aren't in the wiki about how the game works. Yeah, I do love your insights on that, because it's true. There are some things, now that I've learned how to go into the game files, I see there are some things they really lock behind some walls. Realistic outcome, you put the wiki to an agent and is outdated tomorrow, giving you bad info and hallucinating things. Yeah, right? Like, you're playing Victoria 3 and it's like, oh, just enter a customs union. Oh, dude, that's brilliant. Where are you getting the code? Oh, yeah, for JMakers. Yeah, just from the Steam common folder. Yeah. They can't handle all of the data. The common folder is like 90% of what happens. There's a great post on the Victoria 3 Reddit where someone basically gave like a tutorial on how to look at the game files, which is fantastic. All right, what are we going to do here? So we can... What if we dismantle some forts? I don't really care about the forts here, but are there forts in these places? Oh, they won't even take that. Is there a fort here? No. All right, so they won't take that. We're not going to be able to take anything. Wait, where is that? Oh. I don't really care about that. Nothing here. So we can take this one, take this one thing. In annul treaties. What if we did that? God, they got a lot of treaties. What in the what? How many damn treaties do they have? Hmm. All right. So we can get war reps, or we can get this land. Oh, wait. What am I talking about here? It's going to give this to Byzantium. Oh, hell no. All right. Customs unions. Yeah, exactly. Remember that? Oh, I finally got a date. I can start my new job. Java, nice. Congrats, my friend. Congrats. Is it like a long time from now, or does it get to be soon? There's an event for passing tender farmers. I can nearly always guarantee passing a law without any negotiations. Oh, wow. Okay. Good time for Witcher 3, yeah. The AI could be cultivated at different levels. The AIs they use for games are different than LLMs. Yeah. Love that story about the AI playing tic-tac. It was told not to lose, but when it got to a losing move, it just refused to make the move. Rage quit. I haven't heard about that. That's amazing. We're just teaching AIs to be more human, even if they are not. Yeah. Okay. What am I gonna do here? Well, we can get war reps. We can get war reps, which is just kind of a disappointing thing. We're not going to get anything to our rivals, and we're not going to get any land out of it, but we'll get money. We have no army, so we got to end this. Urgh. All right. Damn. The only thing that survived are our... Wait, who are these? We didn't hire any mercenaries. That's interesting. Damn, we got nothing out of it. As I understand it, you basically create a swarm of AI clones to play. They go by trial and error, and then you rank their performance, remove the lowest, and clone the highest ranked with mutations. Then iterate on that to get a bunch of slightly different bots. You can make that so that there are bots of different skill levels. Interesting, interesting. They'll be limited to what anyone can do in the game. You can program in restrictions. I haven't played with it myself. I've seen some breakdowns of how they're coded and how they work for different games. Wow, nice. Interesting. Okay. You know, I never clicked The Witcher 3. Not sure why. I love a good open world RPG. I played plenty. Didn't click there. Oh, July 1st. Nice. About a month away. Okay. Nice, my friend. Nice. Oh, so I've been meaning to ask, what is this game? God, how do you describe this game? This game is basically a diplomatic and economic simulator through the Renaissance, I would say, is the cheapest way to describe it. I think if you look at Paradox's games, they all focus on something. They all focus on one thing uniquely. Like Crusader Kings is a lot about RP, but a lot about diplomacy. Victoria 3 is largely about the economy. Hearts of Iron is largely about the military. And EU 5 kind of incorporates all the elements of those games. So I would say this game focuses a lot on diplomacy, but especially EU 5 compared to the previous ones, it focuses a lot on economy too. Is it CK? So the beginning of the game is a lot of Crusader Kings type stuff. As you can see with, like, we have our royal family, we have our heirs and everything. But that's because this game picks up where Crusader Kings ends. And then this game ends where Victoria 3 begins. So as you get to the later stages of this game, it's less Crusader Kings and a lot more Victoria 3. This game is kind of covering that transition from Crusader Kings to Victoria 3. And I know that put Tetris on pause so not to lose. Oh wait, I missed the beginning of that, but I heard Tetris. Tetris is absolutely like one of my favorite games. I think every video game system I've ever owned, I've gotten a version of Tetris on it. Alright, so we've gotten these guys back. We've completely lost our other standing armies, so let's get them back. I want to get these guys. I want to get 2 of these guys. We'll fill out our flanks. I don't know why these guys are called this. Let's call them... And let's put our leader back in the lead. Oh, we can put the prince there. Although this guy does have some general traits. But this guy could too. Now let's put our leader there. And then let's get rid of that guy. And now we'll put this guy lead of the Navy. That'll give us more crown power. I like LLMs to help interpret and understand info when I give it enough context to. I think it's a great tool, but only if you give it enough specific info to start with. I've never tried it in that context, like for games and stuff like that. Now, this is fascinating. We basically took over 5 ships, but we don't have a way to replenish the soldiers. I wish we had a mechanic in this, like in Victoria 3, where we can, like, sell these ships. We don't have a dock for them to go to. Just another example of AI refusing to lose. Yeah. All right. Got massive budget coming in. We should be expanding the economy somewhat here. You know, it might be time to create our own market. We need 266. We'll be there shortly. I think next we're going to create our own market. Because our capital only has 78% market access, and from there, it all goes downhill. Although, we could create a town here at a wharf. I don't know, though. There are mods that incorporate LLMs into Crusader Kings, so you can have simulated conversations with the characters based on the character traits. It's pretty great. What? That's fascinating. What? What are the names of those mods? Oh my god. I never played EU4, and I see a lot of people that have played it have negative opinions about EU5. Coming from Victoria 3 and CK3, I have a great time with this game. Yeah, I'm exactly like you. I never played EU4. I mean, I own it, but I bought it late. I maybe have 100 hours in it, if that. I can't. The games I play are Victoria 3 and Crusader Kings 3, so I'm coming to this game from Victoria 3 and CK3. And yeah, I have a great time with it as well. I think the people who were big into EU4 who complain about it, I think they complain about it because it sounds like this game is very different from EU4. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Oh, what are you trying to do right now? What's the overall goal? So the overall goal, we have an achievement we're going after, Stefan's Dream. As Serbia, conquer Constantinople, reach empire rank, and control Stefan Dusan's empire. So that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for that that achievement. So we got to take Constantinople. Stefan Dusan's empire, we basically need to like own everything around here. Oh, we do get these guys back. Why did I think when they stack wipe, they're gone? Oh, wait, no. What am I talking about? We just built them. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm really stupid right now. Yeah, I forgot. We just built these guys. Okay. I was like, oh, they came back. No. They didn't come back. I just built them. I just spent money on that. Okay. Never mind. The tic-tac-toe thing reminded me of some fun Isaac Asimov trivia. I loved the I, Robot movie growing up. Yeah, same. So I checked out the book. I was surprised to see it was actually a series of short stories. Oh, nice. I mean, that makes sense. Those guys all, like, at that time, sci-fi was short stories. Like, growing up, I was a big Philip K. Dick fan. And Philip K. Dick is all largely... Like, his best stuff are his short stories. The foundation is laid for a phenomenal game. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think the game is very good as is. But yeah, given the Paradox life cycle, I think we're in store for some cool stuff. After I read it, highly recommended, I found out that originally the story served as thought experiments for him to flesh out edge cases that could arise from the 3 laws of robotics. Oh, interesting. What if Vic 3 and other games were developed in future DLC? We could play multiplayer with an AI. That would be crazy. Oh, yeah. Well, wait, though. I mean, multiplayer with an AI, isn't that just the single-player mode? Just a more advanced version of it. Just came back. How's Serbia going? Good. We finally took our shot on Naples. We went to war. We didn't get any land out of it, but we did get war reps. Oof, we're actually getting quite a lot. So we got war reps out of Naples. We didn't get any of the land, though. They basically stack wiped our army. But our allies did enough to give us enough war score to get the war reps and peace out of the war. So, land-wise, we're back to square one, but money-wise, you know, we're doing okay. When you win tic-tac-toe against ChatGPT 2077, version rage quits by launching nukes. Oh, God, that's where we're headed to, right? right, does anybody want to marry this person yet? I don't really care about this stuff up here. We'll hold off. I want to save our money because now that we built the 2 Serbian hussars, I want to get a men-at-arms. Oh, although, yeah, we're going to need 20 maintenance for that. Yikes. How's the annexation process going here? Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Oh, what were the 76 years? Were these guys a Dominion? What were they? No, they're a vassal. I thought it was Dominions that took 100 years or something like that. Yeah, subject can only be annexed after 10 years. So why is it saying 76? Oh, decentralization, cultural influence with Greeks. Oh, God. All right. Well, to qualify what I'm saying beyond just standard AI, like an AI version of more human-level decision-making. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I see, yeah, what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. No, I think I was being a poopy on that. I know what you mean. There's a difference between playing the single-player mode and playing against an actual person. So yeah, using AI to actually feel like you're playing against a person. EU4 is end of life. It has so much DLC. Of course it's different. Yeah, this is true. Like CK2 and CK3 are very different. Yeah. And that's the other thing. I mean, if you want EU5 to just be EU4 with better graphics, that's kind of lame. It does sound very different than EU4. Yeah, I mean, for me, coming from Victoria 3, there's a lot of Victoria 3 economic stuff in this. If you look here, all the buildings we have, and all of the tax base that we have to take, that we have to be mindful of. It's a lot of that. I'm very tempted to start spending some of our money to increase our income. Same time, I want this money to increase our standing army. I checked, and the mod that allows you to talk to characters is called Voices of the Court. You take a look at it. Oh, nice. Okay, Voices of the Court. I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning. One thing I struggle with in this game is maintaining a positive sailor balance. Any tips? Oh, interesting. Okay. See, I always find it difficult to maintain the manpower balance and not so much sailor balance. But for both of them, the way you maintain the balance is with your buildings, right? So our negative sailor balance is that we commandeered a bunch of ships, but we don't have the buildings to maintain it. So let's take a look here at because we can't build any of the buildings right now. Well, I guess we can look at it this way. Oh, is it really not going to let us even look at it? Oh, wait, here it is. Yeah, so you see here, like a wharf will get you monthly sailors of +1. And then eventually a dock will get you more. So you need to build a bunch of buildings that will keep you with a positive balance here. So like the manpower, we have armory buildings giving us manpower, and we're trying to stay ahead of that. So that's basically how you do that. about how you stay ahead of the monthly sailors. So as you build more wharfs and docks and you get more plus monthly sailors, then it allows you to build more ships. The missionary we sent to Dakadin has not had much luck so far. News have just reached us that he has fallen ill. Any further work on the new church has come to a standstill, and without his guidance, the chances of converting the locals are rather slim. I don't want to lose 10 legitimacy right now. We'll take that. Dracula is surprisingly long. Tic-tac-toe bot rage quits, tracks your location, launches a Duke at you, and starts playing. Still live from Portal. Nice. There's a lot of government reforms that give you sailors. Oh, yeah, that's true too, right? Teaching AIs hate and bitterness. Its consequences. We speedrunning and for my heft. No mouth and must scream. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. If you go to values, if you push naval. Oh, maybe not. I thought you got sailors with naval. No. Yeah, so there's some estate privileges where you can get them. Oh, I think it's also... I thought tradition does as well. Maybe not. Okay, but what is the major departure from EU4? Well, I guess I'm not totally qualified to fully say what it is, but from what I've read from people, it's that the depth of the economic simulation is much different. So as somebody coming from Victoria 3, I'm very much tuned into, like, I have these tools guilds. I need to have an abundant amount of iron for this production method to build that. If I don't have access to iron, I can use stone, or I can use copper and tin, or bronze, I guess it is. And then which one of these are the most profitable? And then I'm looking at the profitability of the building. And then I'm looking here at, like, this is the wealth. This is the total wealth our country's generating. But here's the amount that we're actually getting out of the tax base. So all of this stuff, it sounds like, wasn't really in EU4 and is largely influenced by Victoria 3. Oh, wait, what is this? High inflation. We don't need inflation right now. Yeah, and you could set the AI to play by personality preference and have an LLM attached to it to talk to you. You could customize. I do aggressive and condescending for the lulz. Yeah. Can you imagine an AI chatbot just, like, talking trash and being real salty about it? Do y'all ever do multiplayer sessions on the Hamcord? No. Some people have asked about it before. I don't do them because my problem is I don't have enough time to dedicate to a multiplayer session. Like, especially having 2 kids. I remember a long while back, I had a fellow streamer who's a friend who would always host, like, multiplayer sessions, and I did one of his multiplayer games, But to do multiplayer, you really need to dedicate about like 5 hours to like one session. And having 2 kids, like, I just can't do that. I wish I could do more multiplayer. It sounds like so much fun. But I can't. Even you'll see here, even like we do kind of have to wrap up here. Even streaming sessions, I can do about 3 hours, sometimes 3.5. But it's hard to dedicate whole days to multiplayer sessions for stuff like that, and so I generally don't do multiplayer, which is why the Hamcord doesn't usually have any multiplayer sessions on it. So EU5 economic system has a different orientation. Yeah. Was it simpler in EU4? I'm coming from Vicky, so might enjoy EU5. I think if you're coming from Victoria 3, you'll really enjoy EU5. EU4, again, I don't even know if it's simpler. I think it just didn't have an economic system like that. From what I've been told from EU4 players, I had in the past, a long time ago, I think it was about a year before EU5 came out, I bought EU4. I was like, let me try to get into this game. And it had that initial Paradox game, like shock of where you're just looking at the screen, you're like, I have no idea what's going on here. It looked completely different from what's going on this screen right here. So I don't think it had the depth of the economic system. Are you excited for CK3 upcoming DLC? I am pumped for it. Adding trade and economy to CK3. Oh my god, I am so excited for it. I am chomping at the bits for it. EU5 is just much slower. So did EU4 actually run quicker than this? Because yeah, EU5 is pretty... It takes some time to ramp up. I'd be up for a multiplayer session for sure. Need to plan ahead though. Yeah, I would love to do one time. Maybe it's someday when I have like a day and there's no kids around. Maybe I'll get to the Hamcord and be like, it's fine. It's time. Put the ham signal up in the air. E4's economy was very different, nowhere near as goods oriented, more like, modifiers and stacking static income streams. Okay. Yeah, you too. Yeah, CK3. I cannot wait for September. I have no idea what's going on. I've been playing Way 4. Same. I've tried it, but I'm not as versed in that one. I have a friend that was always like, CK3 sucks. It doesn't even have merchant republics. CK2 is so much better. You can ask the devil to heal you. And I said that is extremely what I don't like about CK2. They got so much DLCs that's silly. Yeah, that's funny. You can ask the devil to heal you. Oh my god. Hearts 4 just looks outdated. I shouldn't let that stop me from playing, but it does. We were just talking about that earlier. I feel the same. That's what's stopping me from playing RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress. The graphics. I feel like the way to pull off a full run of Vicky 3 would be to do it like a TNT campaign. It is kind of like that, right? Paradox seems to aim for creating a universal economy mechanic in their games. I love it. I love the economy aspect of this stuff. Sunset Invasion was nuts. Oh, I don't even know that. That was a DLC for what? Crusader Kings 2? Like playing for 3 hours or so at intervals people can manage. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I could do like a 3-hour interval. I know how easy it is to pick up, put down. I've been playing with my D&D group for years, usually every 2 weeks or so. Yeah. I like Paradox's subscription model. Yeah, I do like that too. I do the subscription for a couple of games. Ugh. All right, Jack! You caught me on the take a drink. 2 hours ago. I thought I was looking for it. All right, well, at the very end, I'm going to redeem it. So, cheers, Jack. After I said it after the first break, I missed it after that. Oh, man. Okay. But I caught it before the end here. He's always keeping me on my toes with that. But I think we've reached our end for the night here, my friends. We did some good work tonight. We did some good work. We advanced a little bit here. I wish we had gotten some land out of the war with Naples. We got war reps. So, I mean, technically we won the war. They didn't take anything from us. But, yeah, we live to fight another day. CK2, the Mayans came for the West because the East had Mongols. Oh, yeah. Feels like you can finish a full 100 years in a handful of sessions. Yeah, I mean, for Victoria 3, I usually stream for 3 to 3.5 hours. It usually takes me anywhere between like 10 to 12 episodes. So it would be like 10 to 12 sessions if you did 3 hours at a time. Yeah, Java, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight, my friends. So I'll be back on tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to continue the brand new Civ 7 run that we're doing with the new Test of Time update. Hopefully I'll finally be able to create my home of New York City, as the game is just dead set on me never getting New York. But that'll be what we're doing next. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Very cool of you. Had fun. Bye, y'all. Yes, thank you. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Hopefully, I'll see everybody tomorrow night. As always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time.